Ladies and gentlemen, there are 600 pages of exculpatory evidence that have not been given to the jury. So, according to Robert Costello, who was a lawyer for Michael Cohen before he started working with Trump, according to him, he was on Fox News last night, and he said that the jury did not receive hundreds of pages, around 600 pages. And that's him on Fox News stating that. Now, it is not a campaign finance violation. The Steele dossier was a campaign finance violation. The DNC and the Clinton campaign were fined. The FEC decided not to even fine Trump for $130,000 in a personal expenditure. It had nothing, literally nothing to do with 2016. He wouldn't have lost one vote. People vote for Trump because we had record low poverty in 2019. I don't care what he did, okay? I don't even care what Bill Clinton did in his private life with Monica Lewinsky. I care about the economy and foreign policy. We're 90 seconds to midnight, according to the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, many of whom probably voted for Biden. Okay, so you talk about, like, ladies at The View said, oh, well, you voted against your interests in Ohio. It's like, no, there was no regulation that would have stopped that. Just like there was no regulation that would have prevented Silicon Valley Bank. Dodd-Frank has nothing to do with Credit Suisse, for example. And yet you have banks around the world failing. Why? Because the policies pushed by Democrats, the end of Trump's term and the beginning of Biden's term, were the same policies pushed by Western countries around the world. Now we're going to see more bank runs, unfortunately. And of course, the Fed is out of its mind, raising interest rates again. We're heading towards a tremendous, catastrophic stock market crash. We're 90 seconds to midnight, according to the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, because of Biden's foreign policy. Directly because of Biden, we wouldn't have had the invasion in Europe with Trump, because Trump focused on peace, negotiated settlements, deals. He would have at least worked. If there was an invasion, he would have worked tirelessly to prevent it from continuing. Democrats just shrug their shoulders and say, well, spend more. We can't let our Cold War adversaries win. And it's like, well, they're still there, and it's been a year, and only atrocities and human rights violations and all of that have taken place under Biden's watch. So it was a moral imperative to have voted for Trump. But see, the system doesn't like a person against the never-ending military conflict. They view Trump as a big menace. Okay, that's why you have these morally superior, wonderful, highly educated liberals, these brilliant thinkers, and they say Trump is dangerous. Where's the harm with Trump? I don't know. Aside from the media meltdown, foreign policy was much better. The economy was much better. You want to talk about his last year in office? Everything he said initially, Andrew Cuomo, you're wrong, Dr. Ren, all of these people said the same thing. Pelosi said the same thing. And then they say, well, Trump said this, Trump said that. They all said the same thing. But it wasn't Trump who gleefully tanked state economies. Once you knew that was a choice, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to tank state economies. You couldn't even go to a restaurant or get a coffee, but there was a run on toilet paper, and now there's a run on banks. Everything the Democrats touch turns to what you use toilet paper for. So they're going after Trump, but they've withheld exculpatory evidence. And that's why this is a complete failure. They're going to go and they're going to try to indict Trump. What's going to happen is it could go to a civil court, immediately go to a civil court and hit subscribe to this channel. I'll have a live stream later tonight. It can go to a civil court. It could be thrown out because of bias against Trump from the DA and from New York Democrats. I mean, is there a person in this country that doesn't see what's going on? These are Democrats in New York, Democrats in Georgia, Democrats within the federal government going after Trump. It's nothing to, if it was about the rule of law, Hillary would have already been indicted, but I believe she'll be the 24 nominee. I think that she'll be the 24 nominee. It'll be Trump and Hillary again. He could be indicted tomorrow, Trump. I don't know. I don't think that this is going to work out. Because if there's exculpatory evidence, there's evidence the jury hasn't been given because it exonerates Trump, just like there's exculpatory evidence in the form of videos that Tucker Carlson gave the world. The government does not want its narrative, or I should say Democrats in the government do not want their narrative tarnished. Trump and everybody around Trump are mean despots, as they act like the most despotic people. Here's the issue, okay? There are wonderful, beautiful, amazing, awesome liberal Democrats who are just fantastic human beings. They're very, very good people, okay? They're also oftentimes the type of people who will be so apoplectic, they'll disown a friend or family member for voting for Trump. The mindset here is, oh, well, who cares about endless military conflict? Who cares about endless an invasion in Europe? Who cares about a record low poverty in 2019? We had record low poverty in 2019. Most people don't even know this, nor do they care on the left. We had record highs in household median income. We had real wages up. And we had a much better foreign policy. Was Trump's personality abrasive? Sure. Was he the type of person that everyone could get along with? Or no? Did media and did Democrats and did Hollywood and did late night and did and loyalists in the Federal Bureau of Investigation or other agencies despise Trump? Yeah. They didn't like Trump. We see. Have you gone to anywhere in this planet? You've seen it in high school. You've seen it in 80s movies. You have the cool kids in class. They're picking on one person. In this case, it's Trump. But see, again, the mindset is it's a lot of these people, and they're wonderful, morally superior, highly educated, so fantastic, liberal Democrats. But a lot of them are atheists, which is great, fine, no problem. Okay, if you want to believe, Christopher Hitchens is a huge inspiration to me, although I do believe in God. I'm not an atheist, but love Christopher Hitchens. But if you replace religion with politics and you disown friends and family because you're so biased and you're so unable to see the entire aggregate macro view of what's going on. You don't know that Hunter committed crimes, nor do you care. You don't know that Joe committed crimes, nor do you care. You don't know that there's evidence within that laptop within 150 banking transactions and that deemed suspicious by banking institutions. That Bill and Hillary on an average day probably do more illegal activity than Trump did in his whole life. What did he do so bad? What did Trump do? I want to know. They still haven't indicted him for Stormy. He had a romantic relationship, in 2006? He paid her in 2016. She denied it. Michael Cohen denied it. Michael Cohen's a convicted felon. So, I mean, all of these, what are you going to get Trump on? Oh, he didn't explain it correctly? Well, New York had no problem for the past 7 years. What happened? New York had no problems. They just found out right now he's leading in the GOP primary. Obviously, Trump is. Oh, so you're going after your direct political rival when you impeach Trump for just asking another country to look into Biden. Just asking. And Hunter was being investigated when Trump asked by the federal government. Okay? And the federal government doesn't indict Hunter. James Comey, the Honorable James Comey, didn't push to indict Hillary Clinton. Why? Oh, well, no reasonable prosecutor would indict. And then they say, well, at least we're looking into it. We're unbiased. With actual crimes, they cover up with, oh, well, we're looking into it. Oh, we couldn't find anything, honestly. Servers? Can you imagine if Trump had servers? Trump has a confidentiality agreement or a phone call. These people have servers with top secret intel on them, or laptop emails, or DNC emails showing massive corruption. Trump had a phone call. Oh my God. A phone call. Oh my God. Oh, impeach, impeach. What did this man do? We had record low poverty. Is your life that much better under Trump? And then everything bad that happened was Trump's fault. Everything bad that is happening categorically with bank runs and derailments and everything. Oh, that's not Biden's fault. None of it's Biden's fault, but Trump's last year, all his fault. Even though the worst outcomes took place in Democratic-run states initially. And so This is an apoplectic obsession by the morally superior among us, and it's such a failure. We'll see tomorrow if he's indicted. It'll be really hilarious if he isn't, and if he does get indicted, he'll just skyrocket in the polls because they'll know that they just want that everybody will know, even Democrats will know that Democrats are utilizing government to go after their direct political rivals, which is exactly what they accuse Trump of and what they're doing, actually. And it's not going to work. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. The exculpatory evidence being withheld is not good. Give me your thoughts.